Alright, so we're about to embark on the journey. And we have our bikes that feel way heavier than they should have been.
And it begins.
Sometimes when we're like training, I feel, and there's like a really hard hill, I'm like, oh my goodness, do I really want to do this? But then now when you like reach the top and there's a nice view and you earned it, it's like, it's worth it.
How you feeling, boy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah? You did your first ever mountain climb?
Yeah.
And downhill?
Uh-huh.
How was it?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Made it to Marguerite.
We're here at the Dancing Goat Cafe. It's drizzling out again. It's been raining for a lot of this trip, but it's just a drizzle and the weather's so unpredictable here, even with the forecast, so we'll really just see what happens, but we're also really close to the place we're camping tonight. We have arrived at Live Life in Tents in Marguerite Forks, Nova Scotia. So it's our first night. We're gonna have our first freeze-dried meal. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So after you go to the bathroom, you have to put sawdust into the toilet. And yeah, so that's what I'm about to do.
I never thought I'd be having freeze-dried macaroni and cheese on, I don't know, a wet Marguerite Forks night. And it's just creamy macaroni and cheese, and it is creamy for sure. There's a lot of cream in there. It seems like there's more cream than noodle. But it's actually pretty good. One thumbs up.
This is our way to entertain ourselves Well,
So first to
we
29,
have,
just go around.
well, we have to consider weight.
Don't wanna hit the
We
camera.
take things and make
1950.
this out of it. We've got the tents set up now, and we're gonna have to repack our panniers because this is how empty it is. And yeah, but we all showered. We have the clothes hanging out to dry, and yeah, it's still like this light out, and it's like 8:15. I get to put on some nice and clean socks in the morning. Every day you get to unpack your stuff and repack your stuff.
Part of the journey.
AccuWeather said earlier that at 8 a.m. the sun was supposed to poke out, and right now it's like 9:15 or 9:30, and we have the rain stuff out, so yeah. Thanks a lot, AccuWeather. Something I want to say is that this is probably my first time on a bike tour dealing with like real, like actual serious rain. Because even though I've ridden in the rain before, it only really drizzled for like 30 minutes on the South Dakota when I went to South Dakota, and when I went to Massachusetts, it was all just beautiful. No bad weather whatsoever, really. So, I guess going into this trip, and in hindsight this sounds dumb, but I guess going into this trip, I expected it to not be this bad. But it is, so I just have to deal with it. I know this might be kind of cliche, but it is true. And it's a lot of how bad something feels is just how bad you tell yourself it feels. And I think that's true. And that's not to say that I wouldn't rather have a sunny, clear day, because obviously I would. And the rain still does suck. But I can't complain to myself the whole time, because then I'm just ruining my experience and making it worse. We have only 3 or 4 miles until we get to the national park, and right inside the national park is our campground. We took a break to stop and eat and get warm, but it really has been a beautiful ride despite all the rain. And not too, like, geographically challenging either. Yeah, so the rain stopped now, but yeah, I mean, it's still a little chilly out. We do this mountain tomorrow, and this isn't very encouraging.
It looks like 100% grade right here. Going straight up.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Luke, you coming now?
Yeah.
I can see my breath.
No.
Yeah, I can.
No. It's not that cold.
What?
It's not that cold.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
So if you're wondering what you eat when you're out here and there's no restaurant, you eat freeze-dried meals.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some of them, this one's actually the best freeze-dried meal I've ever had, but
This one's pretty good.
some of them I can't bring myself to eat.
This is my second night straight eating this, and I like it. So.
Yeah, and what is it?
Creamy macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, so a lot of times the pastas are better, but it's all dehydrated, and then if you look at the instructions here, what you do is you start by tearing open the pouch and you take out the oxygen absorber thing, and then you use a little stove and that you bring with you on your bike to heat up your water, and then you just mix it, seal it, and wait, and then you have a rehydrated meal. So
Not that bad.
yeah, some of them look pretty disgusting, but a lot of these pastas work.
Dad was telling me that the breakfast skillet looks the worst, but it tastes really good.
Oh, well, really good for these meals, because the standards are lower with these, obviously.
Yeah,
but
sure.
but and then for breakfast, you can have like oatmeal or something that you would also use with that stove, and then
we usually just pack
and then for us we have
we have
some
cereals.
dry cereal that we
Yeah.
can eat that we packed up before.
Uh-huh.
And we're having our dinner by this, it's called Richard Brook or Robert Brook.
It's Robert. It's
Robert Brook.
I was wrong.
And yeah, and it's a pretty nice little spot here, just a